Coming to you on this day of revolution, Hannah Saunders here with Fluid Roots Wellness to channel a message for what's in your highest good as we move through this great change. I'm going to be talking about 3 main tips to really staying in your body, to staying in your highest timeline, your highest path, and being able to support all the ones that you're connected to. We're going to talk about these 3, but I also want to talk about what's happening here and now through these great initiations, ruptures, and portals of growth. We have been building up for this time for the last 20 to 30 years. And the last 2 to 3 years have been incredibly intense. A lot of you listening have been going through your awakenings and moving through great clearings in the last 2 to 3 years to support you here in this moment of rising up into your truth, into your gifts, into what you're here to bring into the world, your mission, your purpose. Many of you are really already in that, or you're really coming into that into the next 18 months. Your soul has come into this lifetime, into a lifetime to disrupt. Imagine many of your souls come into different incarnations in these periods of great changes to create this really fruitful disruption. So you are here to do it again. And let me tell you, it's been really uncomfortable the last 2 to 3 months and the last 2 to 3 weeks as well, because there's been like the closer and closer we come to this rupture into your greater rise of truth and your gifts, it's almost like when you're getting like that car ready to go into the road, you know, that last minute, oh, get my snacks, get this, okay, we gotta take this out, we gotta make space. It's like getting ready for this like really epic road trip. And we're doing this like final dialing in. So honestly, October was intense for many people, me included, and many clients I worked with, of really facing your old conditionings, the ways that maybe you have been suppressed, the ways maybe you haven't felt good enough, the ways that maybe you felt like you have stayed small. Before you come into a great clearing and moving beyond that conditioning or that limitation, you face it again. And so many people have been moving through so much density, and it's like, here and now, really in this week, is just like the release, because it's in this really interesting choice point in your individual life and also collectively as community, as whole earth community. They're making choices, and it feels more clear and more intense than ever of, are you choosing to go default? Are you choosing to go with your old coping behaviors? Are you choosing to continue to be in silence? Are you continuing to choose ways that you have been suppressed in one way or another? And we're moving into a new world where, what do you believe in? What do you value? And what do you prioritize? To think that things outside of you hold that power for you is so antiquated. And this is really uncomfortable, because this is asking you to take accountability for your life. Yes, we have systems. Yes, we have government. Yes, we have these things that really create very clear, direct impact onto our lives. But this is a thing that is shifting. We are moving into a more grassroots world and society where we are waking up to our own power, our own specific gifts, our own mission, and then all the ones around us on the ground level and community are awaking. And we are working together to create more of this epic, long-lasting change. And yes, there's ones that are creating change from above, but really the ways that we're moving is creating this epic upwelling of change. The earth is moving through her own purification, her own change, and she is pumping up epic wisdom, epic light, and moving through the feet of the ones that are ready to receive in this. The ones that are getting activated here and to rise and to rise and to rise. So it is the greatest disservice to yourself, to the ones that you're here and connected to believe that you don't have power. And no matter what happens with this election and this rupture, we are moving into a world that might seemingly be separate, seemingly be suppressed, seemingly have a lot of density. And yes, there will be truths to it. But the moment that you forget, the moment you forget your power, the moment you forget that inner light, the moment you forget that inner strength, and then all that you are actually connected to is the moment that you come down, down, down in vibration. And so many people that are here listening to this are the leaders of the new world, the new paradigm, the one where we're moving to in greater community. We aren't here for an overnight change, y'all. This is something for long lasting, sustainable change of justice, of unity and community. So take a breath. Take a breath, because I can't overstate how important this time is for your soul to rise into its truth. This is like the go time, y'all. This is like we're about to make some slam dunks and to not get distracted by like the screaming audience and the people on the benches. Like, this is the time to focus. And I can't overstate that either enough of like how much focus is really going to be asked of you over the next couple months, especially as we move into winter. Like, we are creating this foundation for the change in our own individual lives, but also collectively for the next like 3 to 5 years. So the invitation is community, strength, and light. Really, this week, especially for the next 3 to 7 days as we're coming into the fallout of this kind of rupture and moving towards like revolution in a really beautiful way of great change. Again, in a place and in systems that are antiquated, that are failing and crumbling and are going to change. Things that we've known that have created typical sense of safety, security, those things are changing. I've been watching people's root chakras for the last 7 to 9 months changing. Really rewiring of how do I feel safe and secure in my body outside of money, outside of a home, outside of job, outside of systems is antiquated. It's like great, those things can add bonus to your life, but that isn't the stabilizing factor for you to feel safe in your body. So we're moving through that great change. That has been shifting, and it feels really important, especially like in this time, to band together into community. Whether it's with your partner, with a really dear friend, whether it's with the trees, with your animals. This week, how are you really prioritizing? What are those people, places, and things that feel so high vibrational that you can be you? You can feel supported, you can feel held, you can feel free to speak your truth and to be able to come together in camaraderie. This for me is the ultimate act of resistance, rebellion, revolution, is in this unity. When people come together in such high vibrational bond and truth, that for me is the ultimate power. This goes beyond anything that is like dense and heavy. This is able to kind of cut through that density and the baloney and move above it. So please, please gift yourself this very necessary act of community and camaraderie. When we come together, we make greater change. It sounds very cliche, but there is such deep truth, and it is truer than ever before. Find your people. They are there. And if you're like, Hannah, I'm in the middle of nowhere. Where's the high vibrational people? They're there. Again, get creative, put yourself out there. Go somewhere different. Again, also go to the trees, go to the water. This is the purest high vibrational element. And the other thing is of strength. And this like wave that is being pushed through the collective right now is heavy. It's heavy. It can be easy to go in stories of your old victimhood, or I don't feel strong in my body, or self-sabotaging patterns coming up. It could be easy to feel like, oh, like, I'm sick or whatever. This is the invitation of like, what makes you feel strong in your body? Is it a walk? Is it a workout? Is it certain clothes you wear? Is it a certain movement that you do? Again, this is taking accountability, and a lot of times it can be easy to be like, oh, I'm just gonna kind of sit in this little puddle of lack mindset, sabotage mindset. And this maybe sound a little harsh, but it's like, again, we have the power. There's a lot of energies, yes, maybe moving against you, making it really freaking hard to get your little shoes on. But it's like that moment you put your shoes on and you get your booty cakes outside, that energy you're moving against dissipates out. And it's these little acts that people don't understand. They hold so much weight to really flexing your energetic authority and holding your space. Because when you're able to have a greater energetic authority holding your space, you can see more clearly, you can speak more clearly, and you have that greater level of discernment. Where should you go? What's not in your highest good Discernment is everything right now. So do what feels supportive to feel strong in your body, especially this week. When you feel strong in your body, again, it's helping to flex out your aura, helping to strengthen your space, and able for you to speak what you need, say what you need. So community, strength, and very, very, very importantly, is light. And when I say light, it's like when I look at energetic frequency, like denser frequency to higher frequency, I personally see it in like a lighter color and vibration, but everyone psychically sees differently. So for me, when I say holding in the light, it's just holding in a higher frequency. So for you, if it comes in differently, absolutely do that. If it's like emerald for you is like the highest of frequency, own that. If it's amethyst, own that. If it's like a really beautiful like onyx black, that is like, that's the highest frequency, own it. So for me, holding in light frequency is holding in high frequency. Okay. And so this week, as we're again, this like almost like this like serpent energy of really dense energy moving through the collective, really freaking distracting and staticky and sticky. It's like, wow, it's so easy to forget yourself and just like, where's everything? So there's 3 places on your body that I really invite you to bring in this light or high frequency to support you coming into your body, being able to come into your space, being able to hold the truth, hold this light. When the others around you, that isn't their mission. They're here to do another mission, but you're owning your mission of holding this frequency of truth and light. Because there's many people that are going to get activated, they're going to move through some hard times, I think in the next few months of awakening. Ultimately, it's going to be super freaking beautiful. But the ones that I'm speaking to are the ones that are here to hold this beacon of light and of truth of higher frequency. So amidst the storm, amidst the tornadoes, there's like that pillar that people can gravitate towards, can be activated by, and can really importantly remember what's possible, to remember stability, to remember hope, to remember faith, to remember light, to remember joy. We are these beacons and these pillars spread out all throughout the world, all throughout our communities, holding a similar frequency, all binded together, and doing this role of support, stabilization, and activations. And so for me, the ones I talk to, and I'm very clear, the ones I talk to hold this role, this is the contracts and this is the way. I'm here talking with the New World leaders. So the 3 places of invitation is your crown chakra, this place of intuition, the connection to your highest self, the divine. For me, a lot of the next 3 years, I think there's going to be more density kind of pulsating through the collective. And it's the ones that can channel up higher beyond this dimension to really harness in the truth and the wisdom to help architect and guide where are we going next. So the crown is super incredibly important. This is also where you connect to the divine. The other place important is your heart chakra, the 4th chakra. This is a place of, yes, how you love, how you receive love, but really, really importantly for this time, because you are all moving through great awakenings, is this is the place of like deep soul identity. And many of you are moving from the kind of disempowered empath, the caretaker, the caregiver, and moving into the empowered empath, the leader, the truth speaker, the seer, owning your gifts. And then that last place is your root chakra or your feet chakra. These are the places of like safety, security, and well-being. Okay, so we're gonna do a quick activation of those together. You can pause and come back to this, or you can go ahead and drop in with me. And then we'll wrap this channeling up with a few more little messages here. So let's go ahead and work on this together, because we all need a little zhuzhing up right now to prepare for this portal. Okay, so you can either be sitting down, laying down, wherever's most comfortable for you to receive. It's probably just going to take 3-5 minutes. We're going to move through it pretty quickly. You're all good, not good, you're all great energy wielders. Otherwise I wouldn't be talking to you, or you wouldn't be listening to this. You're all capable of energy work if you aren't already claiming title of an energy worker. All right, so you can close your eyeballs if that feels comfortable and you're not driving, not creating hazard. And just releasing this breath. There's a lot of activations in the words that I speak and everything that is swirling around. Exhaling, exhaling. And coming back into your body, into your spine. And telling yourself, I am here. It's easy for empaths to be outside of their bodies. And when you bring your awareness into your spine and saying, I am here, it immediately brings your energy back in. So then you can receive. Taking one more big breath into the heart space, just expanding that chest. And exhaling audibly, letting that go, letting that go. Great. And we're actually going to start with the crown chakra, right above that beautiful noggin of yours. Just bringing your awareness right into that center of your head at the top. You can continue to hold your chest if that feels good, or you can drop it. And with your eyes closed, either you can visualize, imagine, sense it, hear it. Everyone has different psychic abilities. When I say, what is the highest frequency? Holding the most unconditional love, purity, divinity. What does that frequency look like, feel like, sense like? Maybe you see it outside in front of you. Maybe you hear a word. Allow it to move through. Allow it to just come to you, no judgment. And if something feels off, you don't like the color, clear it, bring in another one. Great. So with that color, you're going to go ahead and completely douse, soak that crown in that color, almost like you're dropping like this beautiful like paint just all over your sweet crown and allowing it to like swirl in. Breathing as this comes in. As this energy moves through your crown, you can say, this is my space. Saying it 3 times out loud or in your mind, this is my space, this is my space, this is my space. You're creating, it's like setting the paint. This is your space for clarity of truth and having your own answers and not receiving input that is not yours and that shouldn't be there. And allowing your crown to glow in whatever that color is, almost like you're seeing like a soft glow coming off the top. Good. All of you are reclaiming the space for you. Okay, we're going to quickly drop down into the heart chakra, bringing awareness down into your sternum. And go ahead and bring that same color and infusing it in. Almost like when you're taking that breath, that color gets absorbed right into that heart and swirls around, moving through the lungs, moving through the chest, moving through the heart chakra. Every breath you take in, more of the light frequency moves into the chest. Beautiful. And if you sense wings on the back of your body, go ahead and expand those. Yes. And we're going to say it 3 times as well. This is my space. This is my space. This is my space. Good. And just notice how your body is feeling right now. Beautiful. Your crown and your heart are already syncing together, supporting the other chakras in between. And we're going to tie this up, going to the root chakra, the base of your spine. And you can also bring awareness to the base of your feet chakra. And from here, every breath you take in, bringing in that energy and that light to these parts of you, breathing into the feet, almost like you have like slippers on. Breathing it down into the base of the spine, almost like this beautiful bowl of light. Good, you guys are all reclaiming your bodies, your energetic field, your energetic authority. And the last time, saying it 3 times, This is my space. This is my space. This is my space. Period. And we're going to take one last breath to allow all these chakras to sync up into this high frequency light. Beautiful. And you can just get one peek of your aura, almost like stretching out this beautiful bubble of light. Great. And you can go ahead and open your eyes when you're ready. Awesome. I got 2 doggos here who just took that in. Everyone needs a little light healing. Notice how you feel in your body. Maybe there's some subtle change. Maybe you're able to see more clearly. You can practice this, especially for the next 3 to 7 days. Where is that light in these 3 spaces of you? Again, sometimes when we're moving through waves, turbulence, it's really easy to get distracted, to feel destabilized. And it's so much of our consciousness and this very clear choice of where am I? Where is this high frequency? Where is this light? This is it's such a quick, I'm not gonna say easy, it's a quick reset. Because a lot of times when we've been conditioned to kind of go into the doing, the busy, the hustle, self-sabotage, there's such a comfort in this familiar patterning, and all of you are rewiring patterning. And so when you feel this moment of anxiousness, depression, not feeling like you, instead of going into those stories and that energy, where's my crown? Where's my heart? Where's my root? Where are my feet? Again, this takes practice. Energy work, energy authority, these things take practice, but we are collectively moving into a higher consciousness plane. So these things almost become easier. You're not moving as much against the grain as there was in the past. Yes, we're kind of currently hitting up against a wave, but in general, on the big picture and the big scale, we are moving more towards this place of higher consciousness and high frequency. So again, remember community this week. Remember strength. How do you feel strong in your body? And remembering these 3 places of high frequency of light. There's one last nugget of how we're going to wrap this up to, what we need to speak to you about from the council. You are all ready for this. All of your souls have come here to experience this great rising of your truth, to be seen for your gifts, to be seen and known for these abilities, your ability to lead from a place of compassion and of truth. This is your moment to rise up. How are you rising up in your own life? Yes, there's going to be seemingly chaos all around us. There's going to be suffering all around us. But you cannot tend to all of these beings if you aren't tended to here. And this is more true than ever before. Do not forget yourself, because you are here to be a beacon of light, of truth, and of possibility. So much of your role right now is to remember. And when you remember, you are supporting all the ones that are going through their early awakenings right now to remember. We're moving towards a really beautiful place. But we are currently going through the shedding, bring all the things to the surface that aren't always beautiful. And it's going to be uncomfortable. But there is that place of duality, of holding the discomfort, of witnessing discomfort, while also remembering high frequency of light, of community strength, of joy. Not always happiness. But this is where we're at. Can you hold multiple truths, multiple realities? Because that is the way the world's moving through. Remember, remember, remember. You. And that is the key. We're all ready for this. And we are truly in this together. This is not a lone wolf journey anymore to save. We are here to work together to bring this whole fabric of humanity higher. We are here weaving in a more complex picture on this quilt. Do not get caught up by one thread. You are powerful. You are here to create great change. And you are here to rise above. You are here to lead. You are here to remember. And you are here to be in joy and liberation as you are seen for your mission and your gifts. Blessings, everyone. Blessings. Let me know if you have questions or comments. Welcome to the revolution. High frequency, high consciousness, people in their gifts, people in their beautiful, beautiful abilities and their mission and their purpose, people waking up to their true power, people coming together in greater unity and deep authenticity